I've had the privilege to have a few great mentors in my life. One of those, who is actually my current boss, has always told me that leaders are readers. I guess it's easy to understand what he means by this on a surface level, because when you read a book about leadership or about a way to improve yourself professionally, you will hopefully have some takeaways to apply to your life. As you grow in your career, you need to make sure that you're not the reason your team never reaches its potential. As Maxwell puts it, the lower an individual's ability to lead, the lower the lid on his potential. Not only are you limiting your personal potential, but you're limiting that potential of the team that you lead. You can be the lid on their growth too. As I look back on the idea that leaders are readers through the lens of what I've accomplished by going back to school, the adage has taken on a deeper and more meaningful place in my mind. Leaders are readers has shifted in my mind to mean something more along the lines of leaders are lifetime learners. There's always something I can improve. There's something new to learn. I'm never done. I deserve this. My team deserves this. The organization I work for deserves this. I must continually progress in my leadership skills, so I'm not the lid on my team's growth. The decision to enroll at CSU Global was an admission that I don't know it all. There was more to learn. I had to live out the mantra that leaders are lifetime learners. So now, at the culmination of this chapter of the story, I want to name a few of the tools that were added to my leadership tool belt during my time at CSU Global. These 5 tools will go with me throughout the rest of my professional career, not only allowing me to be the best leader I can be, but these tools will undoubtedly be beneficial to those that I get the privilege to coach and lead. The first skill that was added to my leadership tool belt was the approach to use time management well, personally and professionally. Perhaps this is the most important skill to learn and master over the rest of my career and even the rest of my life. Time is life's most precious resource, and using it well is critical for great leaders. There are 2 real types of organization: chaos and focused. And after I discovered that I was leaning too far on the chaotic side of the equation, I was really a nomad. I had to make changes to how I was allowing others to dictate my day. Ownership of my schedule required that I learn to say no to things that didn't benefit me or the team in a positive way. Second, I needed to limit the number of places that I was gathering information from. The daily barrage of electronic communication needed to be boiled down to one device and one work area with one system to work through the to-dos. The next tool that was added to the tool belt was an improvement in my listening skills. Leaders are readers and lifetime learners, but they're also really good listeners. If I'm truly to be a great leader, I must show the team that I care by listening well. Being quick to answer and always having a rebuttal or comment may show that I'm smart, may show that I have it figured out, but it doesn't communicate to the team that I have empathy or care for them. Listening to employees is just as important as employees listening to me. Some leaders tend to talk at employees rather than listening to what they have to offer, but employees want their voices to be heard. And I want to be a leader that hears the voices and knows what to do with what I hear. My tool belt still isn't complete, but the next tool that was added was the power to influence. This tool is a delicate one to master, and it really can be used for good or for bad. When I'm trying to influence an individual or a team, it is critical to ensure that I'm doing it out of the right base of thinking. As Connor describes, there are 6 bases of influential leading, and some can be used for good and some for bad, and really some can be used either way. Of the 6 different bases, there are 3 that tend to be used in a more positive manner: expert, legitimate, and referent. When I use my bases of legitimate or referent, my team will respond in the best way. The key to executing the power of influence well is to recognize what base I'm using and understand to use something different or to switch it up. Something that should always be evolving in my pursuit of leadership excellence is my leadership style. Many things have helped inform my style over the years, including my studies at CSU Global. Part of my leadership style is made up of my strengths, as defined by the results from different personality profile surveys, like Clifton Strengths. When I think about those strengths and combine them with the leadership base of team leadership, as I learned from the Leadership Matrix survey, when I master the use of team leadership, I, with collaboration with my team, will be able to accomplish any goal in front of me. And finally, ethical communication is synonymous with integrity. The leadership tools in my belt have no power if they're not founded in integrity and follow a basic code of ethics. When considering communication planning, the stakeholders, the message, the channels, and even the context, honesty is key. To help keep me on track, I will use the 7 communication questions from the Ethical Communications video series as guideposts. These key questions are an essential add to my tool belt, helping me to cover all bases when communicating. As I leave CSU Global with a more complete tool belt of leadership tools, there will always be room in my belt in my pursuit of becoming a level 5 leader. So as I conclude my message, I offer a challenge. Where in your life can you get better? Is it work, home, school, sports, a relationship? Leaders are lifetime learners. Take a look at your scenario and go to work. Read a book, find a mentor, take a class, gain a new degree. Fill up your tool belt with as many tools as you can fit. I'm sure you have some ideas in your head right now. And with that, I'll say good luck on the journey. Let's go do something.